assess the offense today after last week's rough kind of performance?
Right. I mean, I think it was inconsistent again, not where we want to be. Got to protect the ball better. Starting with myself. So we're back on track. So we got the win. Going to the bye week is pretty big right now. Getting everybody healthy, and then going to a tough a UNC team at home. So the big thing this week was going 1-0 and getting back on track.
What did you feel like you guys corrected, or at least tried to correct this week, that maybe showed up today?
I think some drives we were consistent. There were some really good drives there, and then there were some drives that we weren't. And that's just we're gonna have to keep working on it. And like I said, I think the bye week's big because we need work. We're nowhere near where we want to be. And it's a good thing. We got a lot of work left to do, and we haven't peaked yet.
That last drive, sort of reminiscent of the Syracuse game, right, where you guys were able to do it. You weren't able to do it against Miami, but you came back and got it done today. How big was that for you guys?
Yeah, it's a huge positive. It's a huge positive you can take from the game. Something that we worked hard on during the week, running the football when we need to. And, I think, all the credit there goes to the guys up front, AJ and, Malik run the ball really hard. Vince had a big run, earlier in the game. But I think, those guys, they show up to work every day, and this is our best week of practice by far, so I think it showed in the run game.
Your coach talks about the running backs running with attitude in the last few weeks, the last few games, and you see that too out of those guys?
There's times you got to stretch a play, and there's times you got to put your foot in the ground and just kind of take what they give you. I think we have a lot of work to do, across the board with, just getting north-south, including myself, and not trying to bounce things. And, if it's only 1 yard, and we'll take that, instead of a minus. So I think those guys did a great job improving on that this week.
Is it encouraging with that first drive? You guys are kind of rolling, right? You guys get down the red zone, and then it kind of stalls out. What mentally that early in the game, where does that kind of put you in terms of frustration level?
I wouldn't say that there was a lot of frustration. I think it was all positive. We knew that we could move the ball on those guys, and the receivers had a big drive that series, and I was putting the ball where it needed to be. Like you said, we stalled in the red zone. Something that we got to continue to improve on. That'll be another emphasis, as we move into this bye week and get some extra reps down the red zone.
After last week, Nakia had the 2 drops in the Miami game. You went to him on the first play, I think, tonight. Was that intentional, or am I reading too much into that?
No, absolutely. We wanted to get him a touch early and get his confidence back. And he's going to continue to prove he works really hard at it. I have nothing but confidence in him. This week, getting extra reps with him, staying at his practice and throwing to him more just so he can catch the ball, coming out of my hand. We haven't had as much work because he grad transferred in from Rutgers. I don't have as much, reps with him as I do with the other guys, who's been here for a while, all of our receivers who've been here for a while. He'll continue to improve, and our relationship will continue to grow.
Anything final for Kenny?
To give you, when you go out there as an offense, some extra confidence, knowing that, if this drive doesn't go as planned, the defense is going to get it back for us pretty quickly, and we'll get another shot at it.
I think we all know we have a great defense, but we don't really want to rely on them. Those guys do a great job, but we want to, take the game in our hands, and we're still not where we want to be, offensively, and we'll continue to work on it. As these weeks, these final few weeks of the season wind down. We have an unbelievable defense, and those guys give us a ton of confidence too.
Kenny, thank you.